let's talk about unit conversions. So let's say you have to convert 250 kilometers into miles. All right, so how do we do this? Well, I'm basically going to give you 5 steps to follow. If you follow them to a T, I promise you this stuff is going to be easy peasy. All right, so let's take a look at step 1. First, we're going to have to identify a relationship between the given unit and the desired unit. Now, the given unit in this problem was kilometer, and the desired unit was mile. Right, we have to convert from kilometer into mile, so therefore what was given was the kilometers, 250, and what we desire is to find the miles. Now, in order to do this, you need to know this relationship, right? One of these two relationships. Either we have to figure out how many miles are in a kilometer, basically, or right, we have to figure out how many kilometers are in a mile. Now, it doesn't matter to me which one you know or look up, but we're going to have to know one. So these are the values. That 1 kilometer is about 0.621 miles. In other words, 1 kilometer is about a half a mile-ish. And therefore, we should expect that about 1.609 kilometers, right, is equivalent to 1 mile, or roughly 1.5. Now, again, either one of these we can choose. All right, now you might have to memorize these, or you might be given them. Please check with your teacher or professor on that. But we're going to choose to use this one. All right, and we're going to call this our conversion relationship. So now, step 2 is going to be to write down the given value with the unit. Now, the given value and unit in this problem was 250 kilometers, so simply just write that down. Step number 3 is then going to be to set up your conversion fraction. Don't get scared with fraction. All you're literally going to do is just draw this out. We're going to put some value and unit in the numerator and also in the denominator. Step number 4 is going to be to place the units into the conversion fraction. Now, please, please, please remember this. This is really important. That only the values in the conversion relationship go into the conversion fraction. Okay, write that down. Conversion relationship goes into the conversion fraction. So let's take a look, right? Here's the conversion relationship, and only these items in that yellow box are going to go into the conversion fraction. So we're working with the units first. So the kilometers we want to cancel, and therefore they're going to go in the denominator. And thus, the units we desire, which are mile, will go in the numerator. And that takes care of that. Step number 5 then is to simply place the values into the conversion fraction now, and place the values from that conversion relationship. Now remember, the kilometer had a value of 1.609, so we're just going to plug that in with kilometer there. And the mile had a value of 1. And guess what? Voila, we are done. Look, the kilometers cancel. All we need to now do is plug it into the calculator. So 250 multiplied by 1 divided by 1.609, what do we get? About 155 miles. In other words, in scientific notation, it would be 1.55 times 10 to the 2 miles. And we are finished. All right, let's take a look at one more example. So why do we suppose we have to convert 1.48 liters into gallons? Again, first step now. It's going to be to identify the relationship between the given unit and the desired unit. The given unit here was liter, desired unit was gallon. So we have to figure out 1 liter is equivalent to some number of gallons, or we have to identify how many liters is equivalent to 1 gallon. Here are the values. 1 liter is about 0.624 gallons. In other words, 1 liter is about a quarter of a gallon. And then we should expect, right, we have about 4 liters in 1 gallon. In other words, about 3.785 liters is exactly equal to 1 gallon. Again, we can choose either one of these two to work with. Why don't we simply choose this one right here? And we're going to call that our conversion relationship. Step number 2 then is to write down the given value with the unit, and what was given to us was 1.48 liters, so we simply write that down. Step number 3, set up your conversion fraction. Literally just write it out. Step number 4 is then to place the units into the conversion fraction. And remember, only the values in the conversion relationship will go into the conversion fraction. So we want to cancel all liters, and therefore the liters from the conversion relationship will go into the denominator. And our desired unit, which is gallon, will go into the numerator. Step number 5 then is to just place the values into the conversion fraction. Remember, they're coming from the conversion relationship. So the liter had a value of 3.785, and the gallon had a value of 1. And guess what? We are finito. So simply plug this into the calculator. So 1.48 times 1 divided by 3.785 gives us a value of about 0.391 gallons. In other words, converting that into scientific notation, 3.91 times 10 to the minus 1 gallons, and that's it. Done. All right, so hopefully this helps, and hopefully this should be fairly straightforward. And now you got a quick, easy way to do one-step unit conversions. I'm going to leave a link in the description below for the multi-step unit conversions. All right, and guys, please remember this. Help us grow. All right, our future is literally in your hands. Please subscribe. Thank you.